So today we are starting the first session of Mandukya Upanishad. Take a deep breath in. Om. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are on the Mandukya Upanishad, which is one of the most potent, the most effective and impactful, and one of the smallest Upanishads. Now there are 108 Upanishads. These are part of the Vedanta. Vedanta in this context does not necessarily mean the end of the yoga of the Vedas. It means the essence of the Vedas, which is interspersed anywhere through the Upanishads, but quite often it comes towards the end. Now, out of these 108 Upanishads, Shankaracharya had written treatise on 10 or 11 of this. It is disputable whether the 11th has been written by him or whether it has been written by somebody else. So these Upanishads, they contain the essence of what the Vedas have to offer. And this had been taken to the West by Swami Vivekananda in 1893. And the very next year, they made the Vedantic Society of Swami Vivekananda in New York. That was established. And I am basing my text mainly from the lectures of the Swamis of the Vedantic Society of New York. Okay. And now, the Swamiji tells us that this Mandukya Upanishad, though it contains only 12 verses, nowadays, if you want to go and buy a book on Mandukya Upanishad, it will come along with the Karika, written by the master, the guru of the guru of Shankaracharya. That means his guru was Govindacharya and his guru was Gaudapad. So Gaudapad has written these very, very beautiful commentaries, and he has written 215 verses in the Karikas. The Mandukya Upanishad is part of the first chapter of his Karika, and that contains only 12 verses. Now, regarding Mandukya Upanishad, I would like to say that once Hanumanji asked Bhagwan Ram that if I want to be self-realized, what is the easiest way of doing it? So Bhagwan Ram told him that if that is your desire, you must refer to the Mandukya Upanishad. Then Hanumanji said that suppose I am not able to get the self-realization after doing the Mandukya Upanishad, what do you suggest for me? Then he said, then you have to read the 108 Upanishads. And this is like, there is a very tikhi mirchi in Bengal, which is called dhani mirchi. So this Mandukya Upanishad, the knowledge which it contains, is compared to the dhani lonka. They call it dhani lonka because it burns you through and through. So this Upanishad is supposed to burn all the materialism or the worldliness in us. It talks about Om. So now to understand Om also, this Upanishad is meant to be the most powerful. Om is something which is common not only to Hinduism, but also to other religions of the world as Amen and Amin. It is a different pronunciation of the same concept of Om. And in all religions which have sprouted on the soil of India, Om has been commonly acclaimed by all of them, be it Jains, Buddhists, Sikhs. Sikhism is one of the most youthful religions. That means it was born the latest. I mean, because Buddhism and Jainism were in 600 BC, and Sikhism is much later origin, about 1200 AD. Now, so we are going to, so this Mandukya Upanishad, the explanation of it, we will divide it into two parts. One is about ourselves, how we are related to it. And the second part is that what we have understood about ourselves, how does it match with the symbol of Om? And that is why the importance of Om, according to this Rishi who has compiled this Mandukya Upanishad. See, the origin of all the Upanishads is not necessarily referred to any particular Rishi. Sometimes it is unknown to whom this Upanishad has been attributed to. Now, so now if we think of all the conventional religions, they say that yes, God is there, but they begin with the concept of having faith. You have to believe, and from there you start. Whereas in Raj Yoga or Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is the utmost treatise on meditation and Raj Yoga, in that they say that you have to go through various states of samadhi, meditation, various practices of samadhi, and during those states of samadhi you will get some exceptional experiences which will prove to you your own divinity. You understand? Bhakti Yoga says you have to practice the devotion towards your Ishta Devta. You have to be very dedicated, and you have to feel him, feel your Ishta Devta all around you all the time. And then maybe at the end of your life, you may have those kind of visions or feelings which make you connect with the divinity. Conventional religions say, not now. After you are dead, you will have a connection with God in heaven. So they are saying not now in heaven, another place. Not now, another time. So they are postponing. Raj Yoga also says, on the basis of those extraordinary experiences which you have during your meditation, you will feel your own connection with the divinity. Now, Vedanta takes on another approach, and this approach is full of fire, because Vedanta says it will be proved to you here and now with your own everyday experiences. You don't have to have exceptional experiences. You don't have to wait for some high states of samadhi. You don't have to feel the devotion, because suppose you're the type who is naturally a skeptic, then you can't have the intensity of devotion towards a divine being, divine, towards your Ishtadeva. So now this Upanishad has used the technique of everyday experience of what? What do you do as soon as you wake up in the morning? You are awake. But the Upanishads, instead of beginning with your body, with your Annamaya Kshetra, with your food body, they begin with the awareness. So they say, when you wake up in the morning, in your awareness comes this body. In your awareness comes all the functions of your five senses. So you are seeing, you are hearing, you are touching, you are tasting, you are smelling, on the foundation of your awareness. Isn't that what happens? When you wake up, you become aware that you have all these things, and that now your world is unfolding before you, and you have all these functions to perform. So all day long, with the help of the five senses, on the foundation of your awareness, you perform your functions. Okay. Now what happens? By the time it is evening, you are a little tired and you want to fall off to sleep. What happens in that sleep? The wakeful experiences somehow terminate, and you have entered a new world of dreams. This body is sleeping on the bed, and you have entered another world of sleep. Okay. So though you have entered another world of sleep, that same awareness continues to be there in your sleep, because when you wake up, you can sometimes recall your sleep. You can sometimes recall your sleep experiences, or no? Can you not? So you say, I had such and such a dream. After some time in the night, you go into a deep sleep. At that time, modern psychology and modern thinkers say that at that time, there is no consciousness. But the rishis of the Vedantic period spoke differently. They said that at that time also there is an awareness which is reigning all through your deep sleep. Because of that awareness, when you wake up the next morning, you can say, oh, I had such a wonderful sleep. मैं सुख से सो गया. I slept like a log. It is not like a broken thing. If that awareness hadn't been there, as our modern psychology vouches, if that awareness hadn't been there, your experience would have been broken. I don't know what happened. Now I have got it. There is a period of, though it is a period of having a blankness of experience, but that blankness is full of a different kind of knowing, and it is a very pleasant feeling. Okay. It is like, why is it a blank, this thing? Because the mind is resting, and the mind is not excited by anything which is happening. So there is nothing for that awareness to illumine. For instance, I'm giving you an example. Now suppose you are going up a hill in a car. So now, as long as you're climbing up the hill and there are trees or stones for the light to reflect upon, you will be seeing something or the other. But when the car reaches right up to the top, and if it is a very clear night with no clouds or mist, then the two beams, as when it reaches the top, the two beams will be pointing upwards into the sky, but they will not illumine anything. Then suppose suddenly you come in front of the beams, then a whole, something will rise in front of you, appear in front of your eyes. But when there is nothing for it to illumine, then it is present there, but it is a very quiet presence. So that is what is our true self. What the Vedanta says, that the reason why we feel all the upheavals of life is because we don't know our true reality. Even Vivekananda, when he had gone abroad, when he had gone to America, time and again, he would tell his audience, if only you knew what you really are. Now, this state is expressed by our Upanishads through Mahavakyas. Mahavakya doesn't mean a very big long sentence. It means Maha means great and Vakya means sentence. But these Mahavakyas could be as small as 2 words or 3 words. But they are very, very potent and they reveal the reality. That is why they are Maha. So now, in the Chandogya Upanishad, the Mahavakya is Tattvamasi. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is Aham Brahmasmi. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, it is called Prajnanam Brahma. And in the Mandukya Upanishad, it is Ayamatma Brahma. These are, in the Mandukya Upanishad, it is called Ayamatma Brahma. So these are the 4 most popular Mahavakyas of our Upanishads. So it is a great promise by Vedanta to be able to prove to you by your everyday experience how you are that underlying stream of awareness which goes through all your 3 stages, and this is all you are doing in your life throughout your life. And why are we not experiencing it? Because you say, okay, it's very good that you're telling me this, but I don't feel that I am the divine. I don't feel any different, even after knowing this knowledge. Then how is this claim of yours? I don't feel like that. You don't feel like that because you are not directly in touch with that reality, because the sense organs, they have thrown a net around you and you have got busy in following their bidding. You have got the most precious of precious things, but you have engaged that precious thing in mundane things, day-to-day things. I'll tell you a story of a washerman. The washerman found a very attractive stone, nice big attractive stone, and he said, oh, this is a very unusual stone. Let me scrub the clothes with it. So, like in our olden days and even now, we have dhobis who come to our house, they take our clothes from us, they go to the river bank, they wash it, they scrub it, they pound it, but they make it really clean and they return it. So he was using that stone for his everyday menial work. And then one day it occurred to him, Gary, this seems to be an unusual stone. Let me go and find out from my vegetable vendor. He is a little more knowledgeable than me. Let me find out from him what this stone is. So he went to the vegetable vendor, and the vegetable vendor said, it is a very unusual stone, and I will give you this stone. I'll take this stone and give you 10 kgs of brinjals. So something occurred to him and he said, no, I'll take it to somebody else. And finally, so he went on to go up to a jeweler. And the jeweler said, oh my God, this is the biggest diamond that I have ever seen. And I will give you millions of rupees for this diamond. And as soon as he came to know about that, he got the wealth, and then all his miseries were taken care of in one go. So we are using that awareness for eating, for drinking, for sleeping, for talking, for fighting, for hating, for loving. So that same awareness becomes engaged in all the functions of our senses. That is why the importance of meditation, where the mind is scattered and is wanting to go from here to there and there to there, and it is ever engaged. And if we don't have anything to do, then we find something else to do. I want to become the richest person. I want to have so much fame. I want to become the best in this. Instead of turning inwards and realizing the truth within ourselves. Okay. Now we can start talking about the other half of this Mandukya Upanishad, which is on the subject of Om. Now see, this our condition, we also have got the 3 stages, waking, dream, and deep sleep. And the Om has also got three parts. You know, it has got those 3 semicircles, and there is a Chandrabindu. So that is also got 3, and we have also got these 3 parts. Can these be matched? Can we put one on top of the other and somehow find a parallel? So that is what the Rishi of the Upanishad has done. So he said that the waking dream is the first semicircle of Om, first arc of the Om. The deep sleep can be comparable to the second arc of the Om, and the dream stage is comparable to the second, and the third one is comparable to the deep sleep state. And between 2 Oms, there is a gap. So that gap has been, compared to the Turiya Avastha. Turiya means the 4th. Just plain and simple, it means the 4th. 3 we know, and the 4th Avastha is the Turiya Avastha, which literally means the 4th. You understand? So when you say the Ucharan of Om, you have to, in your mind, simulate that the entire wakeful hour has been addressed in A. And the entire dream world means not only are you dreaming in the night, but you're also prone to daydreaming. You are also prone to allowing your mind to run anywhere it wants. So all the functions of the mind are summed up in the second stage, which is to do with your subtle body or the mental body. Sukshma Sharir, that is your mental body. And the third is meant to be the deep sleep stage. So now see, your wakeful hours will be different from my wakeful hours, and my wakeful hours and activities will be different from the third person's. Your dreams and your thoughts will be different. The third and fourth person's, second, third, fourth person's mental activities will be different. But the deep sleep stage of everybody, where the mind and body are both at rest, will be the same. So that deep sleep state, with its the subtlest awareness that is still there in the mind, that is called pragya. That is pragya. And that state is called pragya avastha. You understand? Now, what we are saying is that the turiya, the fourth stage, is the gap between the two ohms. So when we are practicing om and we come to a gap, at that time, we have to summato all our indriyas, all our sense organs. We must summato like that of a कछुआ. कछुए की तरह से हमको अपनी इंद्रियों को समेट लेना है और अपने पीस को, अपनी शांति को, अपनी प्रसन्नता को एक्सपीरियंस करना है. Because at that time, when the mind is still and the body is still, that is why when we sit for meditation, we have been asked to take a sthir asana, where there is no halchal, no movement, so that we can experience the depth of our own being, when no sound is happening. Now, my individual, now one thing, now this turiya avastha, again, is that subtle field which cannot be divided, separate in you, in me, in all the people. It is one continuous field. It is the substratum. But these other three states, you know what it is like. There is life or the current of life all over. And I, in my bubble, have captured a certain amount of space and time and energy. What is this life consisting of? A certain amount of time and energy. So, in the wakeful hours of this individual, व्यक्ति, जो ये इंडिविजुअल है, इसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में, उसको एक टर्म दी गई है. It is called विश्व. This alone, this person's wakeful personality is called विश्व. हाँ, और वो उसी का infinite रूप, that is the sum total of the entire creation's wakeful hours, is called Vaishwanar or Virat, or as we have read in the Gita, Vishwaroop. You understand? These three terms are for the wakeful hours. Individual is called Vishwa, and the sum total of entire creation's wakeful hour is called Vaishwanar or Vishwaroop or Virat. Okay. Now, the mind, the mental body, it is called the Sukshma Sharir. My mental body has been given a word. Just one second. I will. It's called the Sukshma. There is another term for it, which has just escaped my mind. But the everybody's mental mind, the entire sum total of everybody's mental activity is called Mahat or Hiranyagarbha. It's got two names, Mahat or Hiranyagarbha. I just remembered. Your individual mental stage is called Tejas. What I call Sukshma, you write the word Tejas. That is the individual's mental state. And the sum total of everybody's mental states, you know, we are enveloped in a whole akash of thoughts. So that is why when we say, oh, I don't know from where this thought came. So, you know, suppose I have a thought of, suppose I'm very angry with someone and I want to take revenge or something like that. So the thought of going and murdering is not there in me. But when this thought is there within me, it attracts similar thoughts. And because of those floating thoughts that are all around me, I suddenly feel like going and murdering. You understand? A crowd psychology hoti hai. Have you seen? तो crowd psychology में एक जन को और जैसे कि सब लोग को आता है कि अच्छा इस culprit को माफ कर दो. So then everybody together will start, having that compassion and forgiveness in their hearts. But if one person is excited and says, no, let us kill, then the entire crowd moves towards violence. If one person is feeling sleepy, the others will also start yawning. So that is the Mahat mind in which we are. It is also called Hiranyagarbha. You know how I remember the term Hiranyagarbha? I've made a little association with the term Garbha. Garbha matlab the womb. So the mind is the womb of all our actions. हम लोग कोई भी एक्शन करते हैं तो पहले वो एक थॉट की तरह से इमर्ज करता है. सो दैट इज हिरण्यगर्भ, मतलब बहुत बड़ा एक वूम्ब है जिसके अंदर से मेरे अंदर हजारों थॉट्स आते हैं. You understand? So this is the second stage. The third stage, which alone in me is called pragya, and in the mahat, in the infinite space, it is called Ishwar. But it is with the seed. Ishwar is with the Maya. Ishwar is Shiva with the Maya. Ishwar is Shiva with the Shakti together combined. Because see, we sleep in the night and we wake up the next morning, all those same thoughts sprout up again. It is the bed of where the seed, there is a possibility for the seed to sprout. It is not, it is very close to death. But it has got the seed to sprout back. So, in the infinite terminology, it is called Ishwar. In the individual terminology, we have a name called pragya for this. And beyond this state, the Turya Avastha is the Brahman, the Paramatma, the Atma, the divinity, the substratum, whatever you want to call it, all these words are there. Do you understand? Now, in the next class, what we will do is, we will do the Ucharan of Om, and we will experience, we will simulate our 3 stages. The wakeful stage, when I'm saying, I will, what I do every day, I say, oh, so easily I have summed up my entire wakeful hours in one word. It is so easy to dissolve. So I am creating a distance between myself and my wakeful hours. So the upheavals of the world do not overwhelm me. They do not overtake me. When I say, ooh, I have finished with my entire mental activity, the thousands of thoughts that come and go, in a few seconds, I have been able to be above them. मुझे उनका स्वामित्व आ गया है, मैं उनके उसका मास्टर हो गई, मैं अपने थॉट्स का गुलाम नहीं. And in the more I have relaxed completely, and then I'm in total bliss during the 2 Om Uttaranas. If you like, you can practice it by yourself. Say 11 times, you practice it with this simulation. And now please unmute yourself and please talk what you liked, what you didn't.
It was all very good. Very nice. This is the first time I heard the correlation between the 3 parts of Om, which you did. You know, the top, the bottom, the bindu. And also, I had never heard the 3 in the uchar, you know, you give yourself, your mental self.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is also very beautiful.
तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है, मुझे ऐसा लगा आफ्टर आई डिड दिस, कि जैसे कृष्ण भगवान ने कहा ना कि मैंने गोवर्धन को अपने अंश मात्र पर धारण कर लिया, एक चितली उंगली के ऊपर. तो ऐसे मुझे लगता है कि मैंने अपने वेकफुल स्टेज को अंश मात्र में धारण कर लिया. और मुझे ये लगता है कि मेरी ये जिंदगी, मैं इतनी बड़ी हूँ, इतनी विस्तृत हूँ, इतनी फैली हुई हूँ, मैं टाइम से भी पहले थी, मैं टाइम के भी बाद हूँ, टाइम मेरे अंदर है ही नहीं, यू नो, मैं बियॉन्ड टाइम हूँ. तो मेरी ये जिंदगी तो मैंने अंश मात्र में धारण कर. अगर मैं वो ही ब्रह्म हूँ, तो तुम सोचो, मेरा तो और भी नहीं है और मेरा छोर भी नहीं है, मैं तो वास्ट हूँ. यू नो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ब्रह्म? ब्रह्म जस्ट मीन्स वास्ट. वास्ट कितने गैलेक्सीज को धारण करे हुए हैं. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट आवर सोलर सिस्टम, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट आवर प्लैनेट, उससे अपना सोलर सिस्टम, अगर हम अपने दिमाग से सोचने जाएं तो वो कितना बड़ा है ना, हमारे समझ के बाहर है. लेकिन जब मैं ये सोचती हूँ कि मैं तो वो महत हूँ, महत माइंड के भी उसका भी जो सबस्ट्रेटम है, मैं वो ब्रह्म हूँ, तो मेरा तो और छोर ही नहीं है. तो मैंने अपनी ये लाइफ तो इतने एक कण में धारण कर रखी. तो मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव ही अलग हो जाता है.
करेक्ट.
तो इस लाइफ में अब एक और चीज समझिए, इस लाइफ में अप्स एंड डाउन्स आएंगे ही, क्योंकि हम लोग कुछ सबक सीखने को आए हैं, कुछ एक्सपीरियंस करने को आए हैं, कुछ हमारे अकाउंट्स क्लियर करने को आए हैं. कुछ हमको देना रहा होगा, कुछ हमको लेना रहा होगा, तो इनको ऐसे निपटा देना है, जल्दी जल्दी में निपटा देना है, इनको इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं। The importance is that wealth which we all have been uniformly given. तो अपने छोटे पर्सपेक्टिव से हम जब देखते हैं तो हमको क्या लगता है, लाइफ इज वेरी अनफेयर, है ना? लेकिन वो इतनी बड़ी वेल्थ दे रखी है भगवान ने कि उसके कंपैरिजन में किसी को अप एंड डाउन सहन करना पड़ रहा है, तो इतना छोटा है वो, इसलिए कहते हैं कि भगवान हैज गिवन एवरीथिंग यूनिफॉर्मली। कहां से कहां सोच जाती है, तुम सोचो। तो we will finish it in one more turn. We will finish the Mandukya. Talk more. Now it's time for you to say.
There's nothing to say. You put it, you summed it so beautifully. Even this thing that you always think from the expanded state of mind. Instead
Not
of
all.
getting into the nitty gritty, because there will be ups and downs. And when you come from that expansion, you know, it's just a different take on life at everything.
Yes. So this is what is Vedanta.
Yeah.
It immediately proves to us. Now this is in Mandukya. They have proved through these three, ways, our three stages. फिर किसी और में दृग दृश्य विवेक, वो अलग एक तरीका है। फिर एक और तरीका है going through our 5 koshas and finding.
Correct.
And this is meant to be the effective because everyday experience है ये.
Correct. You just, whatever life throws on you, you just keep saying to yourself that I'm much bigger than this. This is just
Yes.
fleeting.
Yes,
and you
yes,
keep
yes.
connecting, you keep reminding yourself that you are that expanded state.
Yes, so well said, so well put. So,
Yeah.
our Rishi Munis have given us 3 times, which are where we are in more of a melted state because of the position of the sun. So once when there is the intermingling of day and night, because in the intermingling state you are melted. मतलब नाइट से जब डे हुआ सवेरे डॉन के समय, फिर संध्या के समय, जब डे से we are mixing into night.
Yeah.
So at these, if you give 5 minutes, only 5 minutes to think about your own vastness, that will be very helpful. Because इतने जन्म से हमारे ऊपर ये पानी चढ़ा हुआ है कि मैं बॉडी हूं, मैं बॉडी हूं, मैं बॉडी हूं। हमारी जिद हो गई कि हम ये थॉट को छोड़ेंगे ही नहीं, और अब गुरु मिला है तो हमको छुड़ा रहा है, तो हमको उसका फायदा उठाना है कि नहीं? ये तो 1 लाइफ टाइम, 2 लाइफ टाइम, 10 लाइफ टाइम, 84 लाख लाइफ टाइम, कब निकलेंगे इसके बाहर? तो गुरु ने इतना किया तो थोड़ा तो हमको भी करना है ना। हमको कॉम्प्लेसेंट नहीं होना है कि गुरु मिल गया तो बस अब मैं तो कुछ भी करूं। दैट इज नॉट अ करेक्ट। हमको अपने आप को ऐसे समेट के रखना है, मुट्ठी में रखना है।
Keep coming back again and again. Keep coming back again and again. When life takes you away, you keep coming back again and again.
Very
Very nice.
So this is, have you understood for the first time? Really, I understood the difference between Vedanta, the difference between Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the difference between Bhakti Marg. Now, those who go into Bhakti Marg, they are more emotional type, and most people are emotional.
Correct.
लेकिन उनके अंदर बहुत बार परिपक्वता, मैच्योरिटी नहीं आती।
करेक्ट।
तो उनके लाइफ में कुछ भी गलत हो जाता है, मैं तो तेरा इतना आराधना करती थी, मैं तो तुझे इतना प्रसाद चढ़ाती थी, एक दिन भी ऐसा नहीं किया तेरे, लेकिन तूने मेरे लिए क्या किया, तूने तो मेरे इसको उठा लिया।
करेक्ट।
तो फिर हम लोग, हमारी आस्था, हमारी श्रद्धा, हमारा विश्वास वहीं का वहीं टूट जाता है। कितने लोगों ने अपनी मूर्तियां उठा करके फेंक दी। They have not understood.
Correct. Very nice.
So I will shut off the recording now.
Okay.